This looks like a good pointing stick to make sure that everybody is paying attention. Let's look at the 4 bodies: physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. I like to call them bodies because it helps me to see that they're layered on top of each other without the entirety of my being. They're not just ambiguously placed somewhere within me. Any one of these can have a atrophy, injury, or imbalance. Let's have a look at the physical. The most gross, the most dense, the most easiest one to observe. Typical imbalances might be between men getting hyper-focused on strengthening the upper body and women getting hyper-focused on strengthening the lower body, having a nice dynamic range of movement and motion. Functional patterns is going to help prevent any of these. The mental body, harder to see when it atrophies, but if we spend our whole life watching Netflix, not practicing our attention through meditation or trying to hold our awareness on something, we might end up with an attention deficit, let's say. Scrolling, for example, is always just designed to hold your attention for little 5-second intervals, whatever it is. And if that's all we're ever doing, we're not actually holding ourselves in one space for a longer period of time. ADD could also be spelled B-O-R-D. B-O-R-E-D. That's how you spell bored. The emotional body. Don't use the machete to kill the march flies. The emotional body. Again, if you're living your whole life inside of an artificial reality on the internet where the algorithm's always giving you exactly what you're after, you move into the social setting, the emotional body is completely atrophied. People are throwing curveballs at you and you don't know how to respond, and then things become overwhelming. So it is nice if you can just work out what is your capacity, and with a nice, gentle, easeful way, work out how to strengthen the emotional body so you don't get overwhelmed. The spiritual body. Also could be called the astral body, the energetic body, your awareness. It is not essential to be in that. However, if you do get in that, it helps to override the strong impact all of these have on your energy levels. If you're in the astral body, the energy body, you see that these are just all part of the play of your awareness and your growth as the human consciousness.